Hello, are you worried about ghost in your pipe? But what about putting a ghost in your pipe? Welcome to the Tainted Tavern.
Welcome to the Tainted Tavern. Come sit inside with me.
Okay, now today I'm going to review a Cornell and Diehl tobacco, and that is Haunted Bookshop, which is Virginia Burley blend with a touch of Perique. The back tin tells us that this was created by the late Bob Ranowski and named after Christopher Morley's literary masterpiece, which I must admit I've never read. It's a robust ribbon-cut mixture merging Burley, Virginia and a hint of Perique, a smoked, steeped in tradition and character. This is a 50-gram tin, a UK tin, so this is for the UK supply because we can now get a lot of Cornell and Diehl tobaccos over here in the UK, which I'm really grateful for. This was purchased from G&Q Tobaccos, which is an online tobacco shop that I use a lot. Really great delivery, quick. They're a great company, so check those out. That's GQ Tobaccos. Now, before I start on this review, this is a brand new fresh tin. I haven't even cracked it open yet. I want to state that I have previously reviewed this tobacco on this channel. I was kindly sent a sample several months ago by Craig, a viewer of this channel, so thank you for that. But that had a couple of months aging on it. He'd sent it to me in a vacuum sealed bag, so it was really fresh. But it had had a couple of months aging on it, and I didn't really detect any fruit in that tobacco. And Craig said, well, he did when he first smoked it, but as I say, he smoked it fresh. So I thought I'd try it fresh myself because I liked it enough to purchase a tin. In fact, I purchased 2 tins of this, and I've got one that I've placed away in my cellar, and I'm going to let it age. But we're going to pop this one open now. It's the old coin twist type tin, and there goes the little psst as I've just cracked it open. So you open it up. Usual type of packaging that we get over here in the UK on our tobacco tins. So it's like a concertina type paper, grease-proof paper to protect the tobacco. Then there's a plastic circle there, a cardboard circle rather, over the tobacco protecting it. I'm just going to get it off. Now some of the tobacco there is stuck to the card. It's not an issue, I can rub it off, but it does tell me that this tobacco may be slightly over moist directly out of the tin. Let's take it to the nose. So it's got a lovely earthy aroma. I want to be romantic and say that it does sum up a dusty corner of an old bookshop, but that would be a bit too although there is something of an old school type aroma on this. I'm going to bring it closer to the camera for a moment so you can see the tobaccos. So I don't know how well that is showing up on there. Let's get a bit more light in this room. So as I say, this is a Burley, primarily a Burley and Virginia blend with added Perique to give it some spiciness. It doesn't feel too wet straight out of the tin, so I think I'll be able to smoke this as is. I'm just going to get a bit here, place it on this tray here, and break it up a little bit just to fit it better in the pipe. It's kind of a ribbony type cut, this. I believe this also comes in a cake, though I'm not 100% certain on that, but I believe so. But as I say, it's a wonderful earthy aroma, and yes, let's say it smells like a dusty corner of an old bookshop, because it just sounds good on camera. But it has got an earthy enough aroma. Just break in some pieces of tobacco apart now prior to filling the bowl. I'm going to be smoking this today in an old estate pipe that I've had for many, many years, and this is literally one of my favourite smokers. It's got markings on it. It says Pyramid Real Briar, made in Italy. I've been trying to find out information about this pipe online for a long time, but it's a fantastic smoker, and I've been unable to find anything out. I think it probably dates from the 1970s, possibly the 80s. My guess is the 70s. and it's a lovely thick chunk of briar. The walls are quite thick. I think this pyramid would have been like a basket type pipe seconds, because I can see a small flaw there on the bowl. It's only a tiny little nick there in the briar, which would have stopped this being graded as high quality briar and used by one of the big manufacturers. But as I say, it smokes wonderfully well, really, really well. I'm packing the pipe, the bowl now in the three-stage method, which most of you will know about, but just in case there are beginners here, the three-stage method, as I call it, it's a well-known method of packing a pipe. It's not my invention, it's the way I was taught to do it way back in the day. What you do, you put a little bit of pipe tobacco in at first, perhaps a quarter of a bowl, and you tamp it down. I always use my thumb for that stage, because you don't want to tamp it down too tightly. You just want to tamp it down. So I use my thumb for that. Then you put a bit more tobacco on top of that to fill it up to the halfway mark, and tamp that down a little harder this time, but again not really firm. And then you put the tobacco over the top to bring it up close to the top of the bowl, and I use my tamper for that then, and really tamp it down. So let's give this a charring light first to get the tobacco ready to properly take a flame. Okay, so there's a charring light. Let me clean up. So I've got tobacco left on the tray here, so I'm going to pour this back into the tin. By the way, if you are watching this channel and you haven't subscribed, then please do so. It doesn't cost you anything, and it does help the channel. It's the best way the best thing anyone can do, any viewers can do to help the channel is subscribe. Really appreciate that. It really helps. Give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and you'll see a notification bell under this video. Then please click on that, and you'll be notified anytime the Tavern uploads another video, and there are many more videos to come from the Tainted Tavern. I'm drinking a Jack and Coke today with a slice of lemon in there. I don't really like Jack Daniels, as I wouldn't say I don't like it, I don't dislike it, but it's not my usual whiskey, because I find it a little sweet. But Jack and Coke is legendary for good reason. It's really, really nice taste on this. Okay, let's get this alight properly. So yeah, you're getting that nutty quality that comes from the Burley. A lovely smooth grassy quality of the Virginia. Very, very little spice, I think. With it having Perique, you would expect a bit of spice, because Perique is a condiment tobacco, and it has that spicy, almost peppery taste to it, but I'm not really getting that here. It's there, but it's very subdued. How would I describe the taste of this? Again, no fruit. I really don't get that fruit, but let's give the bowl time to develop, because I'm still at the top of the bowl. Burns really well, though. As you see, I didn't, despite the fact that I suspected it may be a little moist out of the tin, it wasn't. Once it takes a flame, it smoulders away nicely in the pipe. I still wouldn't describe this as fruity. Some of the biscuity type qualities that Virginias often give. There's that burly backbone as well, a kind of hazelnut. I very much enjoy this tobacco. This is really nice. As I say, I enjoyed the sample I was sent, which is why I've bought a couple of tins of this. I wish the UK versions of the tins resembled the American versions, because the American versions have smaller health warnings and full artwork. I mean, you know, that's Jeremy Reeves is the head blender over there now. The chap who actually originated this blend, Bob Ranowski, of course, has passed away. He was a legendary pipe blender, that legendary pipe man. Jeremy Reeves is getting up there. He's got some wonderful videos on YouTube explaining the differences of different types of tobaccos, and some really entertaining videos on the Cornell and Diehl YouTube channel. You can see Jeremy talks about blending tobaccos. He talks about the various tobacco blends they have available and how they came about. It's really worth watching some of that stuff. I'm getting close to the halfway mark on this bowl now, and it is starting to open up in terms of flavour, but that's probably down to my palate getting used to it. I'm just going to wet the palate a minute with a bit of Jack and Coke. Regular viewers of this channel will know I'm a big music fan, and I do like heavy metal music, and Lemmy of Motorhead was famed for drinking Jack and Coke. His harsh voice, wonder if that was contributed to by the Jack and Coke. Hello, my name's Lemmy, the lead singer of Motorhead, and I drink Jack and Coke and snort Coke. Rockin'. That was a quick advertisement from Lemmy, the late great Lemmy. Thank you, Lemmy. You're welcome. Yeah, so let's talk about the pluses of this tobacco. There is no artificial toppings at all. It tastes a proper, real tobacco taste. The room note, I don't think it's too pungent, too strong. The taste is very natural tobacco, Burley, Virginia, that type of thing. There is some pepper qualities from the Perique, some spiciness, though that's very much a backbone to the blend rather than full frontal. Well, a lot of people describe fruit. I don't get that. I'm trying to search for fruit in this and not really getting it. But what I am getting is, like, imagine a shortbread, a good bit of shortbread, biscuit, roasted shortbread. That's what I'm getting, a biscuity, cooked biscuity type taste. It's delicious. Maybe a very, very small hint of darker fruits. I don't know if I'm actually getting that, although if my mind's tricking me into that sensation because I'm looking for fruit. But if there is fruit in here, it's a dark fruit. For instance, the recent aromatic I reviewed on this channel, Stormy South from Cop, was very, very fruit forward, but that had a lot of toppings on it. It was a good tobacco, but it had a lot of toppings, and that was apricot. That was fruity. This is a totally different beast to that. Yeah, I very much like this tobacco. Since Cornell and Diehl have become available over here in the UK, I've smoked quite a few of their blends. I have smoked their blends back in the day because I used to order online from America. I won't mention the website here, the tobacco house here, just in case, but I'm sure most of the smokers. Oh, there's a little dog. You've seen Maddie in several videos, haven't you? I'm going to introduce you to Little Dog. Her name is Pixie. She's a cross between a Chihuahua. That's her making a noise there. She's a cross between a Chihuahua and a Dachshund. So she's known. The breed is called. Well, it's a mongrelization. It is, but the breed is called a Chihuahua or a Mexican hot dog. I prefer the phrase Mexican hot dog. She's a lovely, feisty little dog. She's tiny, but she's so feisty, I call her Little Dog. I'm going to grab hold of her here because she's sitting in her bed on the table, and here is Pixie. Pixie, say hello to the viewers, because Maddie seems to be a big hit with you guys out there, so I thought I'd show Maddie's little sister, Pixie. She's a lovely dog, but she's got such a temperament. She thinks she's 10 foot tall, but she's a beautiful little girl. You know? Yes, go on then. And she's the one who keeps interrupting my videos with her barking, because I'm sat here at one of the tables in the tavern with a lovely view of the outside, and every time someone walks past with a dog, Pixie, this giant, this massive, huge, gigantic dog just barks at everything that passes. So that's Pixie, and Maddie's here. You want to see Maddie? Maddie, come on. And there we have Maddie. Say hello to the viewers. So that's the two dogs, little and large. Right, go on, down you go. Oh. Okay, back to the reason we're here, the review. I'm getting very close to the bottom of this bowl now. Well, this is, if nothing, it's a thorough review. I would have called it a first impression because it's a fresh tin, and I don't like to review a tobacco until I've smoked it several times, but as I say, I have previously smoked this fairly recently, and you'll be able to find the videos of my previous reviews of this on this channel. Easy way to find, if you're only interested in pipe reviews or pipe tobacco reviews, is look at my list of playlists, and you'll see one there called Legacy of the Pipe. Click on there, and all of my pipe related videos, pipe tobacco related videos, will be in that playlist, so you don't have to go through all the stuff about music, about movies, about books and Welsh comedy, although I would like you to watch it all. That's what I do it for. I'm getting a creaminess now, but then I usually get that with most tobaccos when they're burning away well. But the smoke with it, while it's circulating in your mouth and teasing your taste buds, takes on a consistency that almost becomes thick like a treacle, which I describe as creamy. It's a lovely, robust tobacco. Could quite easily be an all-day smoke. There's nothing unpleasant about this at all. It's very nice. I mean, it's not particularly earth-shattering. It's a fantastic tobacco, though. And what I will say about this is the finish on it. It is substantial. It does linger. I think we all have different tastes, and I'm still my favourite type of pipe tobaccos, the ones that every time I get a tin and I intend to age, I end up smoking because I love it so much, are predominantly English blends. I've also been smoking a lot of Balkan mixes lately. Samuel Gow's Balkan mix I'm a big fan of, but then a Balkan mix is basically an English mix with little variations, or so they say. Very difficult to tell a Balkan mix from an English mix sometimes. They're very similar. They share the DNA. Again, fruit is not a signature of this tobacco, in my opinion. Although taste is subjective and people will taste different things. What I am getting is an oaty, biscuity, like a baked biscuit effect. Takes me back to when I was a child, you know, when you'd come in and your mother had been baking all day, making fresh biscuits, and that's what this taste reminds me of. The backbone of this taste reminds me of. It's quite delicious.
Please come back soon.